Well, Arne Slot sure has Liverpool firing on all cylinders now, doesn't he? Well, we're going to test out another one of his tactics and see how well it works in FM. So let's just dive in and take a look. This one is called Arne Slot Ball 4-2-3-1 Liverpool. The description says the infamous 4-2-3-1 that Arne Slot implemented at Liverpool to dominate the league and fulfill his player potential. Now, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I had no idea who Arne Slot was. I was very worried how this season was going to go, but it is going swimmingly for us, even though we lost once and drew once to Nottingham Forest. But hey, what are you going to do? This time around, though, we are testing it with Liverpool and see how it works with them in FM, but we're also testing it out with Aston Villa and Ipswich Town in the Championship. So let's just dive in and see how it worked in the Premier League. Well, as you can see, Liverpool do top the list of the Premier League. Unfortunately, it's only with 84 points. Lately, we've seen them with a lot higher, maybe in the 90s or thereabouts, at least high 80s. But still, topping the list, 92 goals for. Very well done. Aston Villa in 7th, 61 points, 77 goals. Is a little bit below their average, though. But starting with Liverpool's domestic cup run out in the FA Cup third round immediately to Norwich of all teams. But they do get to the Carabao Cup final and beat Tottenham 1-0. And they do pick up trophy number 3 after a phenomenal run in the Europa League, but beating AS Roma 2-all in penalties. So overall, it is still a fantastic season. Tops in the Premier League, tops in the Europa League, tops in the Carabao Cup. Absolutely abysmal, though, in the FA Cup. Squad-wise, they actually don't have a lot of green. But they only have 84 points, so I guess I'm not expecting too much. But goals-wise, only 24 is the tops for Salah, 22 for Darwin Nunez. I would expect in the 30s or at least close to. McAllister, though, with assists 15, 13 for Luis Diaz, and average rating 7.4 for Mohamed Salah. But now switching things up to Aston Villa and their domestic cup run, pretty awful. Carabao Cup third round immediately to Leicester 1-3, and they fall in the FA Cup fourth round replay to Luton. But apparently they saved up all their eggs in a single basket of the Europa Conference League, getting to the final and beating Fiorentina 2-0. That's pretty nice. So overall, not the greatest of seasons for Aston Villa. As I always say, if you take control of this yourself, did your own match shouts, training, transfers, things like that, you could do better than this. 61 points up to 72 at least, I think you could definitely do. But they do win the Europa Conference League, which is something, I guess. Squad-wise, yeah, the green's not going to matter too much here. But goals, 22 for Ollie Watkins is not bad. Oh, we've seen him higher, though. 17 for Zaniolo. Assists, 19 for Douglas Luiz. Zaniolo with 15. And then average rating, Jacob Ramsey gets there with 727. Data hub for Liverpool is interesting. The shots per game is up there. The fouls against per game is up there. The goals, though, not all the way to the top like you'd like to see. And the non-penalty expected goals, same wise. Defensively, they're covering most of the bases, though. But 2.42 goals per game, a flat 1 conceded, and a 0.91 XG against. Aston Villa, yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but shots per game is up there. The non-penalty expected goals per 90 is up there. Defensively, they look actually kind of on par with their normal self. 2.03 goals per game is kind of small, though. But 1.42 conceded per game, 1.35 XG against is slightly higher than usual. Premier League stats, Liverpool with 2.21 points per game, Aston Villa with 1.61 is pretty low. Most goals, Liverpool in first with 92, Aston Villa with 77. Fewest shots against, Liverpool with 264, Aston Villa in 7th with 365. Most possession, 56% for Liverpool, 52% for Aston Villa. Best pass completion, Liverpool make the list with 88%. And most shots for Liverpool and Aston Villa 1 and 2 with 657 down to 604. But now, how will our championship side of Ipswich Town fare with this tactic? Third place, not bad. Very, very close to Middlesbrough in second, which would be automatic promotion. They do get, unfortunately, into the playoff round. They unfortunately lose out. So Southampton obviously going through, but 88 points, 101 goals. They get the tops there, but still, I think you definitely could have done better if you did this yourself. Domestic Cups for Ipswich, you lose out in the Carabao Cup first round to Stevenage 1-0. You do get to the FA Cup fifth round, but lose out in penalties to Brentford. So overall, it was an okay season. You didn't really do anything too big to excel. You're definitely not going to the Premier League next season, unfortunately. But you do get a little bit of money, I guess, for next season, and hopefully you can make it there. Squad-wise, yeah, not a lot of green, no question about it. But 17 goals for Connor Chaplin, Wes Burns with 10. Where do we have George Hurst? All the way down with 4, only 4 starts. 15 assists for Leif Davis, at least he's up there, but it's not a lot. But Sonia Aluko with 1 off the bench. But you get Leif Davis with a 718. Championship stats: Ipswich in third with 1.83 points per game, definitely low for them, but most goals in first with 102, fewest shots against in third with 386, most possession in eighth with 55%, and most shots for in second with 691. But now let's take a look at the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in support, fullback on the left in attack, a inverted wing back in support on the right, ball playing defender in defend next to a central defender in defend, Segundo Volante in attack next to a DM in support, inverted winger on the left in support with a winger in support on the right, an attacking midfielder in attack, and then a pressing forward in attack up front. Mentality is positive in possession, attacking width is fairly narrow, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, low crosses, in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the center backs, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. So overall, how did it do for our three teams? It was okay. I mean, definitely kind of on the average side for all of them. Ipswich Town in third place. We've seen them higher, but you're only 1 point off that second place mark. If we look at Liverpool, yeah, they topped the league at least, but it's a low point tally. It could just be a down season for the Premier League. Aston Villa is definitely one you could pick up. You're only a couple points off of Chelsea and only a couple more points off of Manchester United. So I definitely think if you took control of this yourself, you could definitely do a better job. And yeah, try it out, see how it works for you. We have seen 4-2-3-1s that have kind of worked a little bit better, but I think that there's a lot of different things going on in this. You could simplify it, maybe add a few more player instructions or position instructions and see how that works for you. But overall, yeah, it's not bad. Definitely will get you up there. I am interested to see what it would do with like a Luton Town or something like that. But overall in this save, it was about average. But that's it for me, Sevian FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.